I don't know if you guys know about the Clips channel. I have clips. Okay, so I have a new clips channel. I just put the link in the chat. It's IWD Clips on YouTube, and this channel just has like a bunch of clips from FaceCheck, and just like anywhere else. So like any good conversations that I have, good topics, whatever that we think are like special, we'll put on this channel, and you can view them here.
With arguable, maybe you want to change that for something like the heck rim if you really don't want to go.
So this we upload a ton on.
But I think the bans will be similar. I think they just need to change their priorities. I think the bans are not an issue. They're shutting down Rogue nicely.
July 16th, and there's already like 50 videos on it. So
first pick of Kali's
it's like around a video a day, if not more than a video a day, is uploaded here. It'll just be like highlights from the co-streams, highlight topics from the co-streams, the live views.
Pick a Kali and you don't care about the heck rim. But they need to respect that response ban is going to come in 3.
Co-streams, live views.
And so they have to preemptively ban heck rim. I think it's great.
I like this response. Just first pick the GP. If you're not going to ban it, take it away. They have 2 options essentially. First pick the heck rim, first pick the GP.
Alright, we're in draft? Okay, we're in draft. Alright, let's talk about draft. So, Lucian, Evelyn, Hecarim, all banned. This is crazy. This is absolutely nuts. From Rogue, or from Mad Lions, have to ban all of Rogue's stuff out. I wonder what Rogue is going to go to here. So the thing that's up right now, I think, is Set, and I think Inspired is a really good Set player, so I expect them to take Set on this rotation. That being said, Shadow is not the best Set, so maybe they think they can get it later in the draft. Buttface11, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. So let's see if it's actually Set on 2 here.
It's a good placeholder pick. I'm a little surprised by the Ashe pick, actually. Because I have not seen Hansama play Ashe at all. I don't believe he's played it at all this season. So
okay, Ashe, Azir. So they can still take Set on pick 3, or they might just not take it at all. But I think they'll probably look for it on pick 3. What does Mad Lions want? I think they should just go Comfort. Honestly, I think they should just go like Lee Sin, Orianna here, something like that. Just draft Comfort. If you really feel like you need the Senna to perform here, you take Senna and
if that Senna gets locked in, that will be.
But I think that they should just try to get as much comfort as possible right now because they're down 0-2.
2 at the end of yesterday's series, and now 3 today.
Yeah, I mean, you see it all over the world. The LPL finals is the exact same. It was basically Ashe Senna, but the Jhin was also thrown in a lot through the LPL. Europe, not so much. I think Reckless likes his Jhin, but the rest of the AD carry is not huge Jhin fans. So the Senna.
I think in series like this, where you're down really far, you need to just get as much comfort as possible.
They're going back to the default.
They don't take it.
For Azir. They're going for Ashe.
So
I'd like
I mean,
to see,
honestly, if I'm
just pick a tank now, you have such strong carries. You have really good scaling.
Or if I'm Rogue here into Mad Lions, I am just banning Lee Sin Graves the next 2, and I'm taking Set right here, and I'm forcing him on Volibear or something that he's not like super good
find
at.
out what this pick is in just a moment. Gentlemen, as you are with me and you know how much I love my quick stats.
Tom's fine.
Year did Hansama
it's not great, it's not
Ashe?
terrible either. I think the one thing is like they're gonna need some engagement with jungler, so yeah, let's see what else they go. So
spot on.
Mad Lions, we'll see if they care about Ornn. I mean, GB technically is good into Ornn, but some people just think that Ornn is broken and they still take it anyway. So I think there's a bunch of picks that Rogue is looking at right now.
So very good call out.
The Set, the Ornn,
support options. So
potentially any of the range counters to Lucian.
Yeah, we'll see. Split was that Kog'Maw immediately in the ban pool.
Yeah, I mean,
even go Psy on top.
Humanoid really likes the Kog'Maw into Azir. It's got good poke, scales pretty well. It's got good wave clear.
Olaf. I don't think that Olaf is like a must ban here. Plus, you'll take Olaf versus Lee Sin. Like you'll play Lee Sin into Olaf. It's not that big of a deal. Gouge wise, thank you for the sub 5 months in a row. Appreciate it.
I think Zoe.
Huh?
I'd like to see a Zoe.
Yeah, I think Mad Lion's gonna default something like a Zoe, maybe even like a Gali or a TF or a Corki. Yeah, something with scaling, something with agency.
Kled is not good versus GP. I don't think.
Here. If they do, that means there's gonna be 5 junglers banned. So
so leaving it to Lee Sin. Orianna is banned though.
Scaling, so I wouldn't blame him if he picks something like a Set. What do you think?
And Set is banned. I wonder if Inspired just takes Lee Sin.
Another jungle ban. Now you did mention you wanted to see maybe Finn on a tank. Is there, a tank you'd be comfortable running into?
That could be actually a pretty 1v9 pick.
Well, let me tell you something, Trevor. If you saw Bwipo versus Finn, GP Ornn, I think you'd favor
high
the
priority.
Ornn in that matchup. So
lots of jungle bans.
Took something from Fnatic,
5 jungle bans so far.
But do you believe in Finn? Hypothetically,
That's been saying for the 4 months.
Yeah. Do you think you know, Finn
Graves.
can do to Rome.
Okay.
What
I think this
did
is
to
just Lee Sin plus Zoe.
Finn is a
Lee
mega
Sin plus
smurf.
Syndra.
He's been completely
Definitely think
smurfing,
it'll be a Lee
except
Sin
for
though.
maybe the Shen game, but his ulti was
I guess
mega
Shadow could
smurf,
technically go
okay.
Kindred, but
he has been winning.
I don't think
lanes.
Kindred
He's
is
getting
that good
flashes, he's
versus so
getting
much range.
some pressure on top of
Azir
his tank,
and
so
Ashe.
The Graves is a good response. Normally Graves is countered by AP junglers, so unless Mad Lions wants to do a complete
Kindred's
U-turn
flaming.
and
What
go
is he
something
saying?
like Tristana Gragas or something with a Nidalee comp, then I don't see the rogue comp getting counted. Oh, they do. Wow.
Nidalee? We haven't seen
I
the
see.
Shadow's
Ooh.
Nidalee.
Surprised though, picking
Yeah.
the Graves on
Okay.
R4 because enemy already showed
I
the
guess
top
they
lane.
have to
You
go
need
in
show the
AP
top lane
though.
on R4
Mid
instead and just
still.
counterpick the jungle.
Yeah, I mean, the jungle blind
Nidalee
is fine.
plus
I think
Zoe,
Graves is just
I guess,
notoriously
is
counted
the
by
best
AP
one.
junglers, So
Yeah.
if you do pick something like
Double
this
up on your
Nidalee,
poke.
I think something like with CC is needed here, maybe even like a Galio or a TF if you're going to play AP. I'm not really sure what are the
Could
AP
go
mids that open
Ziggs
apart from
as well.
Tristana
That's
and
fine.
Diana. So the TF,
TF.
I think that's what fits. You need some setup, you need some CC with
Alright,
Nidalee. So
interesting.
I like this turn from Mad Lions.
Do
It's
we
the
just
first
go
time
with the
we'll see
Shen
Shadow
for
on
Finn
Nidalee,
here?
but it does count
And
as
it's
the
the
Graves.
first Nidalee
Not great
all
into GP,
summer.
it's kind of a
Yeah,
counter
love
pick for
it.
yourself, but
We've
it's
seen
good in
Nidalee
team
pick up in
comp.
popularity a lot.
Yes, it is Sion.
around the
Okay, so that
world.
was one of the three we
Not
mentioned.
being
Orin,
picked up
Sion, and
here.
Shen. Alright,
That
beer back. 1
tank
second.
is locked in. Cage
man.
literally threw his arms into the air, fist bumping.
Yes, Finn is playing so much better on the tanks than he did on the carries. I just like all these draft adaptations. These are all just curveballs people are throwing at each other, you know? The Graves blind pick, the Senna for Ashe trade, the TF into Azir, all these kind of things, even the Nidalee pick. It's just such good curveballs.
Gentlemen, we don't have the most amount of time. Earlier today, there was a prediction for a Rogue win from Cadril and Mad Lions win from Jesus. You've now seen the draft, it's game 3. You have the option to change your vote. I will only give you this chance now. Who wins this game? And when we see more, Jesus.
Well, the thing is, my predictions are always wrong, and I want it to be a reverse sweep, so I'm gonna say 3-0 Rogue.
Sorry, what?
Next level.
That's a U-turn if I've ever seen one.
Exactly.
Well, I said 3-1 Rogue. I like both drafts. I think Rogue would have won if they last picked Malphite. I'm a huge Malphite connoisseur against Nidalee TF Senna. They have no damage. But they didn't, so maybe Mad Lions can win, but I still think Rogue's going to win.
Well, there we go. You've heard it from the analyst. 3-0 for Rogue. From both of them.
Rome
It's
is
Mad
chilling.
versus Rogue. Let's head to
Okay.
casters.
Rogue immediately rush into the top lane Tribush. I'm Medic, Veddy's with me, as we have been for the last 2 games. Would have been surprising if we switched someone else out in the meantime.
I'm Frosk, this is Dracos. We're ready to bring in game 3.
I'm totally American, from Boston.
All right.
He's not
It's
from
from
Boston.
Portland.
Yeah,
He's
I mean, so
Portland.
this is the type of thing that I don't really like from Mad Lions.
Again, I feel
Is
like you're
all
being
their
very
champions
offensive
are
right
like
now.
all weak side champions in a way. So I'm gonna do the timer in a second, and I'll explain to you pretty much like how I view these types of drafts and why I don't specifically like them. So for Mad Lions draft, like most of the whole strength of TF is normally you want to play them with aggressive side laners. And then you can TP to either lane. Because if you only play TF with
last summer? Yeah, it was definitely last
one
summer.
strong side, so you play like
versus Schalke.
so you play
It was
TF and you can
third.
only go bottom
They
here,
were
right? Because
fighting
GP
for
is
that
not really
third
good
place
about
spot,
setting up kills.
and then
If
the
that's
Larson package
the
happened.
way your
It was
game
game
is, it
4,
makes your
Rogue
ganks a
was
lot
set
more
to win
telegraphed,
it,
which obviously
and the consensus
loses
was
value
that
in the
if that
pick.
pack, well, there was that hotly
GP
debated, honestly.
is normally a champion
whether
you
or
wanna
not,
pick
Rogue would
to
actually win, even
do
if the
well
pack
1v1,
didn't
but
go
you
into
don't
the
really
fountain.
visit a
But
GP
I
lane
know
much,
that
and then
ever since
GP's
then,
main
Larson
goal
has
is like
wanted
ulting mid and
to
bot.
make
ulti mid
amends
and bottom
to try
cooldown.
and, you know, return to former glory.
Senna
try
is
and
like the same type
do
of champion
better
where
than they
when
have
you're
done
picking
in the
Senna,
past.
it's
And I think
normally
Larson has
best
just
if you're
been a
playing
player
volatile
that has
top lane, like
only
1v1 top
grown
lanes where you can Senna
this
ult, like
year.
the
The fact that
laners
he
are forced to
finished
trade and you can just
as
Senna ult
the
top
second best
and
mid laner,
completely
only
swing the
behind
trade.
Cass,
So it's like
speaks to
all
how
of these
much
types of
growth
champions
as a
I don't
player
think
he's
work
made
that
and
well together. I think they're
trusting
strong in
others.
isolation.
It's
Like I think
difficult
GP's a really
earning
strong
the
pick,
top
TF's a
mid
really
laners
strong
in
pick, Senna's a
Europe
really
when
strong
Caps
pick.
has been in
But
our league.
the way that they
the
all
fact
work
that Larson
together,
has been able to
I think
come
it's
and
too
really
many
join
globals
the
in a
league
comp. Like I
last
don't think that
year. He
global
showcased
comps
what
where
I
like
think he's
everyone
already
has a global
showcased a lot
is
in this
necessarily
series
the
as
best way to play.
And Rogue have just really shown us their adaptability.
But yeah,
something
that's
we
my opinion on
questioned
it.
about them in that Fnatic series, and they have grown and grown.
Orianna
and
instead of
grown.
TF? Well,
Mad
Orianna was
Lions on
banned
the other side
by
of
Mad
the
Lions
Rift
themselves,
have
I'm pretty
struggled
sure.
Today. Individual mistakes.
But it was definitely banned
team
this game. Or maybe they banned it
coordination
themselves
issues,
last game.
I think a lot of people
was definitely
coming into
banned,
the series
though,
would
this
have
game.
looked at least for it to be close, if not expecting a Mad Lions victory. And I want to ask everyone out there in Twitch chat world, do you think Mad Lions can actually come back? Type yes or no in the chat.
Yeah,
Have
so
a
I guess
think
they banned it
about
themselves
because
last
of
game and then
the
Rogue
last
banned it
two
this game. But yeah.
games, I think you have to predict a Rogue 3-0.
I mean, I do feel that right now, Rogue has
Either
been
way,
playing
it's
better
banned,
than
that's the
Mad,
point.
but I agree with what Jez was saying on the analyst desk in that Mad's players are underperforming, specifically Shadow and Humanoid. We're not seeing the same level of performance that we did see from them during the regular season, just like we saw from them during the series versus Schalke. But now Shadow, he's playing his third jungler.
Finn is kind of grieving this. Like, why would you want to trade this aggressively with Sion? It's just because Shadow's here, or Shadow and Inspired are both here. It's kind of awkward.
Finn gonna step forward, lands a little bit of a slower Rome, trying to flash away, manages to get the oranges off, but Inspired's on the chase and gets the first kill.
He's still Inspired still flash here.
Shadow can't quite land the spear, does have the pounce, dives in, can't quite get
the
kill. Inspired just about survived.
Very calmly played by Inspired. I like how he didn't panic flash. Because if he panic flashed at the beginning, then Shadow would have been able to follow him with pounce because he had the Q already connected. So he tanked the first combo and then flashed the second one.
What a bad start it is for
Nidalee. Well, the Nidalee Q is going to get flashed no matter what there.
Finn now has CS lead, got Doran's alongside.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to hit Nidalee Q without setup, but it's even more impossible if the guys flash up.
Rogue will be looking up towards that top lane, but Shadow isn't done with his ganking yet. He's looking for the mid lane. Larson doesn't have that much mana
though.
Actually,
really crazy trading going on.
Flashes in with a gold card, immediate flash from Larson, but Shadow looking for the bounce once again, gets underneath the turret, and Humanoid will secure the kill.
Nicely done there.
Staying in lane with no mana with his jungler having to base.
Mad needed to step up coming into game 3, and getting a kill onto Larson is going to be very valuable.
Finn,
put that Azir behind, try and put him in a deficit, remove one of the carries early on, and also get this Nidalee MCF rolling. TP comes through from the Twisted Fate. He's looking for Finn.
Well, apparently everyone thinks Mad Lions can't come back, but they are saying otherwise as Humanoid comes in with the gold card. Might time out in just a moment. Finn trying to dodge away from it, but there it is. Gets the stun on the Sion. Rome's on the chase here, and that trial by fire will continue to take Finn down. Humanoid now
there
with
as well.
2 kills in this
decent
game.
start from Mad Lions.
A little bit of farm in the mid lane, but Humanoid
one death for Rome on Graves, but everyone else is fine.
It's very important with the Twisted Fate that you're able to find these early kills, and he's been able to do all of this without his ultimate. With many flashes already burnt, he's going to have that a little bit later to look for another play. Shadow now running into Vanda and Inspired, as Shadow will lose his little Razor Beaks. Flash actually coming out from Vanda there as he recognized
Vanda was forced to flash there. I assumed that off screen sent it through a W at him, and if that landed, it would have guaranteed the Nautilus hook, so he had to flash.
A good start for Mad Lions. Shadow with a couple of good ganks.
Well, the TF is really far ahead. TF is not a 1v9 champ, but it's definitely snowballed the game from ahead. We just gotta see how they use this TF lead.
Against the Azir,
where they end up going with it.
Early Dragon for Mad Lions. It's so proactive, it's so forward.
You think Finn should have just tried to commit and all in one of them, hoping to trade with passive? He's just fucked there either way, I'm pretty sure. Oh, by the way, Spider Mojo, I'm gonna message you after this weekend, but I was like, I was talking to my editors about what to do specifically.
Yeah, I mean, he should be.
Shadow's fine here. Oh wait, he's not fine, he's gonna die.
Right?
Oh my god, no. Oh my. Okay, he is fine.
Oh god, I hate it so much, man.
Okay. Oh man, yeah, level 4 Nidalee trying to solo the Drake, ends up dying. The emote comes up from Kaiser. I mean, I think Kaiser should have just been there to tank it for him. Tank a couple of shots, help him out, and yeah,
whatever.
Okay,
it's not that big of a deal.
Those mistakes where you take
it's cringe, but it's not that big of a deal, actually.
See the mental strength of a player when they can make a mistake like that and then they
It just sucks for him that he doesn't get experience there because he's getting
4 minutes of the
far
game
behind in
so
CS for it.
Yeah, but the problem now is Shadow walking into his half of the jungle, level 4 to level 6.
TF has ult here.
He doesn't realize
TF has ult.
Inspired is waiting once
again. Oh my god, Shadow's dead again. Well played from Inspired, honestly. Really well played from him.
So this was the problem with the Drake.
that bush.
It was very slow to take down.
And calling Finn to come, knowing that he has to go to his top side. Well, actually, I love that play from Inspired.
And because it took them so long and it was delayed, he was able to move into the top side. He knows what camps are cleared, and so Inspired just had to sit,
it's a big deal.
lie in wait.
Now it's a big fucking deal for Shadow.
And now Rogue are back in the driver's seat.
Shadow has less XP than Vanda and Kaiser right now. Hansama opening up with Rangers focus in the bottom lane. The Ignite is ticking on him. Forced away, but the Guardian proc from Vanda will keep him pretty healthy. And it's a bad start for Shadow in particular. It's still an okay start for the Mad Lions. They're only about 600 gold behind. The question is, how much can Inspired do with this lead?
I mean, Inspired has out-jungled him literally the entire series.
We haven't seen him on the carry junglers all a split
really well played from him.
This series, he's brought out the Evelyn, he's brought out the Hecarim, and now
Inspired's solid, man. This guy is like
Inspired has definitely
talent that you gotta respect.
Trading in the bot side.
Heal and exhaust have been used here. Shadow looking for the gank, but Inspired is here once again. He's going to chase out Shadow. Shadow's going to have to.
Oh my god, he just. Oh my god, if he hit that dude, that was the clapping.
Manda forced underneath the turret. And Mad Lions able to get at least a couple of plays.
That's a warrior completion on Graves. This is what I really like to see from a jungler, like playing around their warrior completion heavily.
They're able to get a little bit more gold in their back
He's doing exactly what I talked about last game.
In farm in the Ash.
Shadow Nidalee or the Shy Cannon? Oh, I'll take Shadow Nidalee, bro. The Shy Cannon is actually like hard grief.
A little bit more obnoxious for Arome. We can see though how strong this Graves is with the already upgraded warrior enchantment. 2 kills in his back pocket. Carry junglers has been the name of the game for Inspired. Now, typically, during the regular season, we don't really see Inspired being put in this position, but we're getting to see a little bit more of that solo queue Inspired, where he dominates and kind of takes over games single-handed.
Well, carry jungler has kind of been the name of the game for playoffs. Like, you look back to the Fnatic Rogue series, you look back to yesterday, Fnatic versus
Mafia
G2.
Graves,
like,
so good.
It feels like there has been
it's actually one of my favorite skins in the game, by the way, Mafia Graves.
These heavier scaling, heavier farming, heavier carrying junglers.
I mean, over in the LPL, this has been the most common jungle matchup for a while, right? And Europe has kind of stuck to their own style. Sometimes we can be a bit rigid in what we believe is the right way to approach the game, and it seems like we're now catching on and we're adapting more of that LPL style. As Shadow continues to lose his objective, even Vander's hit the classic 8 to 9 minute swap up from Rogue. Mad was able to deal with it last game, but this time around they were
so far ahead.
And the back even
and he gets canceled again. Oh no, man, this is like the nightmare game.
Well, for that Drake mistake specifically.
Any jungler just has like fucking cold sweats. Wakes up in the middle of the night crying, thinking about this type of game on stage.
Rod of Ages, but the arrow just goes wide, so he is stacking that up. As you said
ever were a competitive jungler, this is like the nightmare. Oh, Larson, what?
That is definitely a misclick from Larson.
This is like just some weird mechanical mistakes
one of the best mid laners
in
the league. He's like,
teams are playing better macro-wise though.
You know, like it happens.
We've seen Caps make mistakes.
Yeah, true, very true. But yeah, just a bit of a misclick there from Larson. Not going to hold that one against him. Ultimate comes down from Finn to get the bot lane quickly. It looks like he's going for the fight.
He's trying to kill Kazi, does make him smash, doesn't quite land, but Finn underneath the tower should be pretty healthy for the moment. Mad Lions collapsing as a 4-man group. Arome is by himself on the other side of the map, but does have the cannon barrage to clear out a wave as Hans Summer and Vander are going to try and push in top. Finn still stuck on his lonesome, has the flash here, looking to try and catch this wave, knocked up with the death charge. He's still about half HP, he's been left here for a very long time. The Dawning Shadow coming out, and in the end, he will go down. Shadow secures the kill.
So good punish here from Mad. Finn wanted to try and hold the tower by himself. He ends up getting punished 4 hits, but of course this does open up the mid lane. And Rogue is going to take this mid tower very early on.
Fine with Inspired playing them
top as well because of how much time Mad Lions spent in that bottom lane. Like they might even get 3 fights here. You can see the gold actually now even between the mid lane when we saw a big lead for Humanoid earlier on. Only 300 gold difference.
And Finn dying in the side lane, dude, he's a weak side top laner anyway, who cares?
Doing such a good job of delaying has now meant that Rogue have about 1,800 gold lead here.
So Rogue now going to reset, look to path towards bot. You'll notice that the Drake is about to spawn in 7 seconds. And while Mad do have vision in the area, Rogue are faster on the reset. They're going to be able to clear this vision out. You can already see the sweeper coming through from both jungle and support. They're going to make sure that Mad
does the best about dealing with the poke because of the shield.
Shove the wave in versus GP. The items you can see that with the Nash's Tooth already completed for Larson. I think the Rogue are going to be more than happy to contest and make sure that they secure this objective.
Only problem with using the sweepers through your own jungle means that you don't have them for the pit, but Vander rectifies that issue, puts a control ward in there to...
Aroma's been playing more of the carry champions this series.
Interesting. Kaiser actually moved his control ward from that little bush by the lane into the actual pit.
First game he played Ornn, this game he played Sion, he's playing tanks every game.
Earlier, and notice that he doesn't have any additional control wards left, so there are of course still a few others on the other Mad members, so for now he's just going to make sure that he has some vision in case that dragon gets snuck away.
Shadow going to try and sneak his way in towards the bottom side of this river, but the ward will spot him.
I thought about asking Inspired to crack
the black mist pretty early here. Hans Summer does have the arrow, but Shadow with a level disadvantage playing into
I'm not sure, like I watched like some of the rogue stuff, I don't know how talkative he'll be.
Who is now going to start up the dragon. Finn is double proxy farming because that's what Scions do.
I'm not sure if it would be a good fit, I guess.
Between the waves, it does have the teleport to join a fight that might begin, but you can see by taking that mid lane tower, Larson has so much push pressure in the mid lane. Finn is actually coming in behind the tier 2 in the mid lane.
I think they're looking to dive.
The next guest that I'm looking forward to having on the
crackdown does have flash as the ignite as well as the arrow comes out. It's only going to hit onto one. It's Kaiser that gets locked up, but the dragon should be secured here. Inspired lands the smite. Shadow trying to step forward, slowed by the volley. Larson coming in from the side as well, but he is just going for his blue buff. And Finn walked from mid back towards bot. Like, is Sion the new Singed? Is it champions that start with SI?
I mean, the thing is, you just can't stop him, right? Right now, oh, actually, now they can, because the problem for him...
Watch this. He drifts through mid lane, up towards Shadow, and Shadow loses this fight. Destiny comes out, there's the decimating smash, but
is not a kill.
The stun is stopped as the gold card comes out. Larson on his way.
Oh, the knockup. No, not going to commit to that one.
Oh, Humanoid is going to take so much here as well. Larson could.
I know they're ulting and they look like they're trying to kill him, but
Larson just
I'm just here to tell you
that
that's never a
now
kill.
What we're seeing is an opportunity for him
Absolutely
to
never.
invade again. The TP bot lane.
It looks like it's Finn who's going to join this. Of course, doesn't have the ultimate, but Hansummer's on the chase. No arrow for him. There's the cannon barrage to slow down Vander and Hansummer. Vander flashing forward, has the thick skin still to keep himself alive. Finn going in, trying to dive under the tower, lands the decimated smash onto Kaiser, and Kaiser is dead. Kazi now underneath the turret is taken out by the soldiers.
Rogue,
Inspired in
and
the
Rogue
mid
is
lane,
really good scaling this game too.
And I don't want to say it this soon, but it looks like Mad Lions
has GP Center, which is fine scaling as well, but like Graves is going to be way more used to that in Italy, especially considering how far behind the Italy is.
Completely different Rogue from what we saw in the series against Fnatic, and they just seem like an entirely different team. You know, we're still seeing some of the classics. We're seeing the Azir in the mid lane. We're seeing a tank top lane, but the execution is just so much cleaner. Inspired is dominating the jungle matchup. Larson working with his jungler to take that mid tower. The usage of the teleports, like Rogue is all over the map, and Mad just have no answer.
Shadow just trying to do what he can.
Mad doesn't go to Worlds, no matter. All these teams go to Worlds.
2 kills
but Mad Lions is going to have to play play-ins at Worlds. That's the big thing.
Inspired with the most gold in
now
the game.
Rogue will be seeded into group stage, and Mad Lions has to play in the play-in tournament, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like, there has been teams that have done well from play-ins, like G2 in Season 8, Cloud9 in Season 8. Both those teams were in play-ins. They did really well in the tournament.
Notice that Mad.
Pretty sure IG was in play-ins last year, and they ended up
the rewards littered everywhere. They
making top 4 as well. So it's not impossible to win if you do play-ins, but
Larson, and while the GP ultimate does what it can, there's all that he can do. Meanwhile, you'll notice in the mid lane, Humanoid just gets absolutely obliterated.
Okay, Inspired just solo kill. We didn't even see the Inspired kill, or I didn't see the Inspired kill because the camera was down here.
Fine for Mad Lions as they lose 3 and more plates going to the back pocket of Rogue.
A 3,000 gold lead at the 15-minute mark. Rogue with a gold lead at 15.
Oh wait, no, IG was second. Wait, what was the Chinese team that was in play-ins then? It wasn't RGE, was it?
Season. They are so good at
wait, who was the Chinese team that was in play-ins?
Snowballing away from you. Stun
I guess no one from China. It was Damwon that had to play. Yeah, somebody from
group
team.
This is the unstoppable onslaught. Doesn't get the damage from it. Humanoid's going to cycle through the cards again. Lands the gold. The stack deck working in his favor. But
imagine you fucking go to play-ins and you have to play against Showmaker.
Walk away rather than do so much more.
How fast is this?
Graves actually. Abyssal Voyage coming in. Humanoid's going to lock that gold, but the Edge of Night will stop it. Humanoid flashes underneath the exhaust, and the minions helping him stay alive.
Yep, the flash.
Thank God he had a creep wave there.
From Humanoid, and
Graves the shit champion that can't auto pass the creep wave.
The aggression is relentless from Rogue, and now Mad are trying to make the cross map play, but Larson reads it like a book, which allows Rogue to be able to push in bot lane, push in mids, and you can see that this is just the Inspired
China
series
will have to go play-ins this time, though.
Evelyn in game 1.
I think LGD will have to play play-ins.
in game 2, and now the Graves in game 3. 3 consistent carry performances. He's coming up clutch, and like we've been talking a lot about him, but behind the scenes, Larson has been so consistent as he often is. Finn, that constant frontline supportive, the whole team of Rogue kind of coming together in this very important series.
No ult.
Gold card's going to land here onto Finn. There's the dredge line
as well. Here.
The chase. Finn does not have a way out of this.
They have no Tom ult. They just have to give him.
Kazi giving the kill.
I go Inspired, just ditched his ass. He's like, yeah, fuck you, Finn.
You know, like in any good
you
team,
int every game.
There's always one.
I will not save
Fnatic,
you.
You know, you've got Hylissang in G2, you've got
time.
Caps, and in Rogue you've got Finn. Yeah. You know, like
you've got Hylissang, Craps, and Finn.
Finn having a significantly better performance than he did compared to how he played against Fnatic, but every now and then overextending just a little bit, getting punished just there, but still having a great series overall. Sitting at 1-3-3, he's still going to be very valuable on that side. As we transition into the mid game, Hansummer are going to pick up that Rift Herald. Rogue going to secure their 5th tower of the game, only 17.5 minutes in. And and Rogue are looking to speedrun this series against Mad.
Larson and Finn are typing mid-game.
I say only with a little pinch of salt because they've now picked up the Rift Tower. Ader going to come out in the mid lane. Hits Kaiser. He has got the Dredge Line to try and get away. Vander's going to go in with the Tongue Lash, looking for a couple more licks before he can gobble off Kaiser. The Kaiser flashes away. There's the heal. Once again, the Dredge Line coming in. Shadow looking for the engagement.
Hey, Shadow's actually in here.
Goes low. Vander with the stopwatch. So he's going to get out
decent for Mad Lions, honestly. Essentially going to be 3v5 now. The Graves died really fast as well.
Kills 2 Mad Lions, and Rogue have to retreat.
Okay, so good turnaround here from Mad. They're able to punish the aggression from Rogue this time around, and it felt like the plan from Rogue was just to try and catch some members out from the Mad Lions in the mid lane. But I really like the way in which Kaiser responded. The fact that he flashes over the wall, lands a hook onto Inspired, and then it makes the target focus actually very easy for Mad. So here, we see the arrow coming through. Finn just a little bit ways away. So initially, it's just a 2 versus 2. This looks quite promising for Rogue. They're like, okay, we'll pick up some quick kills. The burst comes through.
Inspired here. Let's look. Oh, Inspired actually walked in front and got hooked.
He doesn't get to move. Then the Nidalee damage comes through as well. And then this is where Mad is in a much better position because
he just gets stun carded in one shot and he doesn't get his ult off. Oh, he doesn't get his ult off. It's actually huge. I mean, if he got his ult off, Kaiser would be dead, for sure.
So Mad is able to find themselves 2 quick kills, and they're going to alleviate some of that pressure.
Well, that's pretty good for Mad. I think it's still pretty big advantage for Rogue, but
fight very quickly realized something.
You know,
Mercury
it was something. They also fought it essentially without their
coming out from Mad Lions.
So Rogue fought that essentially without their Azir in the fight at all. Azir did almost no damage in the fight because he just wasn't there.
Exactly where he's going.
So if they fight more front to back with everyone there, they should be fine.
In his inventory.
I mean, that being said, Shadow's actually caught up his
large rod. We've already seen both the AD carries complete their
his
first
CS
item. In fact,
deficit in the jungle.
At 2.5 as he has
the CS deficit has been
alongside a Yumu's and a Mana Moon.
Well, quietly.
Yeah.
Humanoid is
lessened, I guess.
Kills, you know, like he didn't have the best laning phase. Obviously, he lost his tower very early on, but he did get those 2 early kills. And now he's at 3-1 and 3. He has the Lich Bane done already. He's probably feeling pretty strong at this point in the game.
Humanoid has no flash.
They look for another fight.
Humanoid pops the ghost to try and get away. The decimating smash comes out, and the CC
really
chain
big.
works both ways. Rogue
what can they do with that? Baron's at 22. Maybe they can't do anything with that.
Yeah, that was.
They just take enemy blue buff and push out waves. I don't think they can get anything on the map, so it's just waves and push out. Maybe they can get top turret, maybe, but probably not.
No picks today. We're just going to group fight. The Baron's about to spawn. I wonder if Rogue will look to just rush it down. They're tanky, they have the damage. Maybe they want to wait for Larson to finish his what looks to be a death cap second item. As the Rift
Humanoid's got caught with the Tongue Lash, and then it just set up the
Baron straight away. I mean, Rogue have kind of been a little bit apprehensive around the Barons throughout the entire series. We remember Game 2 when they had the center, they decided not to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it is, right? Like, if you can't get anything, I mean, I guess they're trying a 2-man Baron here. This is pretty fucking crazy. But,
going to catch out Hansama, and Vander right here. Demshot's going to come out as well, but they're trying to turn it back around. Shadow from the side, not able to get the damage down, but Humanoid comes in with the Destiny.
Point is, if you can't do anything...
As they chase him down. Vander just about able to survive. Humanoid has the gold card, locks it onto Vander once again. The thick skin just about keeping him alive. Finder will go down.
If you want to fight and you can't do anything immediately on the map, you just go get your sideways, because that'll put you in position to be able to
Shadow's on the chase.
Do something next time.
He's prowling through the jungle.
So it puts you in position to get like more vision on the map and get your next fight more on your own terms.
That's not what you want to do.
Okay, Shadow is just sprinting at this game.
Oh, Shadow, you hate to see it. He thought that
Shadow was like the GOAT Lee Sin player who's really taking names to split. And now he's just kind of sending it every game, but whatever.
They're all just lying in wait.
Shadow's playing really bad for him. I mean, he's a really good player. Absolutely a solid player.
I looked at the state of the map and I was like, okay,
extremely skilled mechanically.
But
or like talented player, but this is just not been a series for sure.
Right, Gangplank ultimate is extremely strong. You also have the Senna ultimate as well. I think one of the biggest things was how Mad actually turned to face the teleport. Humanoid and Shadow were just zoning away the 4 members as the Baron was still hitting onto Rogue, which meant that the other 3 could just deal with Finn on the side. Without that front line, it becomes a lot harder for Rogue to actually play those
Krugs respawn while he's waiting?
Well, yeah, because the thing is, he sees them about to respawn, the rest of Rogue is resetting, and then Inspired's like, oh, I'll just take these, like, okay, I'll also take this, thank you very much.
Oh, that's so unfortunate for Shadow.
Well, he just the problem is
he assumed
that they had reset, and he didn't have full information. It's always going to be a gamble when you make decisions like that, and he ends up getting punished this time around.
So when you play Nidalee, it's not really about if you're good enough to hit the spears. It's more about when you're throwing them. Oh man, that was not what I like to see out of Rome.
The unstoppable onslaught as well. Collateral damage will be enough to take the kill. Rogue 8 to 7 up, 2,000 gold in the league.
Like spear is very hard to hit.
At the 22-minute
really
mark, Larson is
not
here
a
with the
super
Rabadon's
fast
complete.
missile speed.
He will shred through this and look.
So it's
where
mainly about
the
just
rest
like
of Mad Lions.
playing it with setup. So you want to spear off not nodes off TF cards. That's why you'll never see Nidalee with an OCC comp. And if you ever see a Nidalee with a no CC comp, it's like an auto lose. You normally need something on your team to guarantee your spear.
Able to get this in time as Humanoids. Nah, he should be fine.
No weak side flash, yeah.
Minion wave on the way as
well. It's a weak side flash, guys.
But Rogue looking
Don't worry about it. Stop flaming.
Dominant in this series versus Mad Lions. Honestly, I expected it to be a close one. It was difficult for me to guess which team would actually end up coming out on top, but I feel like we've seen a significant level up in Rogue, and also just some big underperformances from Mad. Kaiser goes in, misses the hook.
Inspired with the fancy feet, gonna get the side step. Depture's gonna land on him, and Humanoid coming in with the TP and the gold card. Locks it straight onto Inspired. Mad Lions actually looking for their third dragon of the game here. Perfect time to pick off the enemy jungler.
All right.
This is a great
Inspired
point
just dies for free there. I guess that puts Mad on soul point. Soul kind of sucks with this team.
Small missteps that have come out from Rogue have been able to be capitalized
benefit
from Mad.
a huge amount from it.
Fumble that first Drake just a little bit, but since then they've
if
been
Shadow,
stacking them
Hilly, and the Shite are on a team, who would
feed
feed the most?
It also opens up the Elder Dragon, and then Mad do have
why you gotta flame them? All those players have really. Oh my God, Shadows.
In the enemy jungle,
he is sprinting, boys. He is sprinting. He is getting his workout in.
He has been consistently
See what they can do towards Baron here.
He needs to focus on staying alive for the rest of this game because, again, Mad have the wink. Wait, actually, you're right.
It could just be Baron, right?
They could literally just go straight to Baron. They have the death cap on Azir. They have the Scion to tank this one up.
And Graves is on his way, Inspired's on his way.
That actually could be so much bigger than I initially thought, Medic. You rightly
this
pointed
is definitely
it out.
Going to be one to
Inspired is on his way.
For Shadow.
And now Rogue going to take this one down.
He's not going to want to think about this series too much.
The rest of Mad really have to bring something out of
this
the
is one where you can't even feel that bad as Mad Lions afterwards. It's like, hey, my bad. Like, Shadow into
like, Baron goes lower, and
it will happen again.
Quick occurrence. Rogue get it, and they want a little bit more. The arrow lands onto Humanoid. Decimating Smash is going to knock him up as well, but he isn't able to survive. Rogue get 2 kills.
Off this now too. Oh my God, it's all snowballing.
And you feel like that's the final nail in Man Lion's coffin.
What is Larson having base? Does he avoid in base?
Shadow and it just gets punished. Here comes a flash from Kaiser.
TPing right now. Vander's still alive.
Skin. Cannibal U's going to clear out some of the minions, but Finn is still on that front line. Larson teleporting in as he rejoins the fight. That was a good way of delaying the game for Mad Lions, but there are super minions pushing in the bot lane. The wave is on its way in the mid lane, and Finn almost has his teleport back up, so can just reset if he needs to. Look at this, double supers on the Nexus towers. And you said it earlier,
they are staying because they're LEC and they play smart.
A level up from Rogue. As
flash hook from Kaiser doesn't actually matter. That's the question. Do they have enough damage? It looks like they actually do. Flash Q from GP actually comes in and they actually secure that kill. TF ulting, alive, but he doesn't have range right now to support. Most likely he's just going to have to clear bot wave.
I see you. You are smurfing
so decent hold from Mad Lions, honestly.
2 of your Hex flashes were
no flash on Kaiser for the next fight. No flash on Shadow as well.
On the Nautilus.
Karzi flashed in the chase after Baron, so lots of flashes down. You can definitely play around that.
Try and play for that Dragon Soul because Rogue, their push has been slow. They will not get themselves another inhibitor, but they still have a minute and a half on the Baron, and they can look to set up another siege.
Let's have a look at where they are in terms of items. Larson has a Fiendish Codex and a stopwatch to go alongside the Nash's Rabadons. Well, how about talk about that after this fight goes in? Because as you say, these Hex Flashes were Pammerman.
Oh, was it Hex Flash or did his real flash come up?
Yes,
maybe Hex Flash
Vander, but they forced that front line out of the fight immediately. And the Gangplank ultimate does a great job of zoning Hansar and Inspired away. It's very difficult for Inspired to close that gap. And again,
hey Dom, enjoying your co-streams, man. I was curious your thoughts on this weekend. I was really down on Null before this weekend, but after watching these EU series this weekend, maybe there is hope. Bjergsen could carry Natu, right? Lol.
Beautiful setup.
No, there's not
really
hope.
Needs to be highlighted
there's
how
no hope. I think that NA is not strong right now. Doesn't feel that good.
I mean, there's a reason he was the all-pro support for Summer. Larson takes a huge chunk. Kaiser once again on the front line. Humanoid going in with the stun card as well, but Finn acting as a bodyguard, acting as a bouncer. Super Minion still way away from that bottom lane inhib, and the inhib is spawning once again in about 30 seconds.
I don't have to do shit. Why do I have to believe? If you're from NA and you've been let down this many times, like shit, dude, I went to Worlds and let myself down. Like, what the fuck? Of course we're gonna be let down. What the fuck just happened? They just everything just went to shit. Mad Lions can just hard engage and they just auto lose. This is so weird.
Humanoid with the Lich Bane will have the extra movement speed, and that will be a very dead Scion. Mad Lions are not done with this series.
Back-to-back team fights. Mad Lions have actually been coming out ahead. Notice that Orome's just hit level 16. Threw items on the gangplank.
Come on,
he does
man.
a lot of damage with this ultimate.
It's pretty doomed for NA. I mean, maybe we go to the boot camp and we improve a lot. That's like all you can hope for.
That ulti comes
but
down,
if this, like, if Worlds happen tomorrow and we put TL versus top, we put TL versus Fnatic or G2, it's Astro doomed, man.
And actually come out ahead.
We will never win that.
30 seconds, what looked like a done and dusted game.
Backstabbed at Worlds by Dyrus, true.
Actually turned into a pretty
that fucking sucked. Imagine you go to Worlds one time and like your strategies get leaked and it just feels like you have a bad taste in your mouth from it, and that's the only World Championship you compete at. How fucking lame does that feel?
Mid lane tier 1.
It's pretty crazy.
Pushing in 10 seconds on the Cloud Soul. This is it. This is the moment for Mad Lions to really fight back in this series. You have to feel Kaiser once again, the man on the front line, constantly landing those hooks, constantly landing the knockups. Humanoid's done a lot of work this game as well. We said he was quietly scaling. He's working his way towards those 4 items, and now he's in a very
okay, I guess Mad Lions can just hard engage and they win every time. Like, what is happening? Humanoid's out of the fight here. Humanoid's not able to hit. At least Rogue survived.
Arrow not quite gonna connect, and
Humanoid's dead, maybe? Oh my god, he's 1 HP? Kaiser's dead, for sure. He'll die here.
And here comes the charge.
Shadow might be dead too. He's dead too. The end here is the question. Probably not. Probably 2 inhibs.
That they found in the last 2 fights.
They might be able to end. They might be able to. It's kind of hard though. They don't have Baron, so their creeps could die.
They only care about the Nexus.
I think they should just go 2 inhibs.
No,
or maybe they try to end.
This time round, can Arome and the squad
okay, enemy team has ult. They have TF.
They've got most of the minions.
Cards as well. Okay, so they should have won 2 inhibs.
He's ticking down, but he will be able to get away. The Guardian
they didn't listen, man. They should have went mid inhib, bot inhib, and then Dragon.
Auto. Down onto Rogue, and I think Rogue might just be saying, hey, we're not sure we can win. Let's make sure we get the Cloud. The Gangplank coming in behind here as Larson has TP as well. It's a double TP. Arome going in. Humanoid's going to join the party as well as they look to try and take away the Cloud Dragon, but Rogue have noticed they're going to try and get in here as the TP comes in from Larson down towards the bottom side.
TP coming in from Larson bot. Humanoid is going to be screwed here.
And Larson's looking for the flank. He dives in. Humanoid has nowhere to go,
and
he's
dead.
Dies, and now
the double TP, man, this was the ugliest double TP I've ever seen in my life. They can probably go bot and get bot and hib after this.
Can he get in here? Can he steal this in time? He's on his way. He's almost there. 3,000 HP on it. Shadow, you got to jump. You got to dive. You got to go in. 2,000 HP
for Mad Lions, but I don't think it matters, honestly.
By Larson. Okay. Shadow goes down. Rogue delay the soul, but Arome stood in a really good position.
Where's Finn going? Finn, where are you going, man? Somebody look at where Finn is. He literally just walked around the entire Dragon Pit when his team is getting chased and they're all dying. What is happening there, man? That is just not. That is a grief.
The jungle as their ally. It's only Kaiser that they're looking for, and Rogue should be able to get just 1 out of this.
Wow, what an intense fight between the 2 teams. Kaiser is going to drop at the end of that, and Mad end up losing 3.
Finn just walked around the entire Dragon Pit, and his team is just fucking sprinting, running for their lives.
Can now make their
Come
way
on, man.
Towards the Baron. I think that Mad should not
stay
have
with your
boys,
boys, please.
For that Cloud Soul, because even if they get it, Shadow's likely to die, and then Rogue can go straight towards this objective. This means that Rogue is going to secure another Baron. While 1 inhib has respawned, the base is in tatters for Mad Lions. While they have been putting up good fights, it is not going in their favor. So I understand the idea behind the double TP flank, but the rest of Mad, just look at their positioning right now. They are so far away from this 2-man, which makes it so easy for Mad to actually get this collapse on them, because Arome and Humanoid, they're split up from each other as well. So Rogue get the initial kill. Arome's forced away from the fight.
How troll is this, though? Just keep your eyes on Finn this fight.
Forget the Drake. Ignore it.
Just watch Finn. Okay, it's fine for him to mark Arome here. This is completely okay. No problem yet. All right, now start watching him.
It goes down to 400 HP.
Watch him.
It's not quite enough to secure the steal.
His whole team is 1 HP. Look at where he's going.
And then Rogue end up
oh no, man, you hate to see it.
More kills. They're going to get themselves the Baron. And Rogue now back in control of the game.
Where is he? He just disappeared. He literally just disappeared.
An almost full build Ashe, an almost full build Azir.
That is fucking crazy.
Inspired, popping off on this Graves.
He just Peppo leaves.
How much this
People
game
left.
means for both
Holy
teams.
fuck.
Mad Lions, but they've been on the podium before. They got third in spring, remember. Rogue have never done it. They've never been top
Like,
three.
I understand originally walking that way, but then when you see the GPO turn your whole, like, there has to be some communication like, hey, guys, hey. This,
and now they are trying to prove that
let's bring our boy back here.
That's a big X-Flash.
Dude, GPO is actually so OP here. Inspire took so much damage there from like cards, like just random shit.
The Destiny on the backline as they look for the fight. Humanoid's going in. He has the flank. He has the gold card. He locks it straight onto Vander. Minions are pushing the next.
Oh, the shuffle of that's the shuffle of Destiny right there. Well played from Larson.
The regular season, the
Larson is just too good. Oh, and the oh, it looks so clean, dude. How fucking smooth is that Azir right there, boys? That's a great fucking looking Azir. I love it. I absolutely love it.
To the finals weekend, they are top 3 in Europe.
Man, when we play Azir, bro, we play some bongo ass Azir in NA.
Impressed with how
We are just chimps going ham on the bongo.